The impossibility of identifying defective units. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. I want to have a talk about this article written by Lucy Dean from Yahoo Finance about, well, identifying defective units. Now, she's right. It's nearly impossible if you go in an apartment as a lot more normal person. If you get a building and pest inspection, there's so many get-out-of-jail clauses, you question their worth sometimes. I mean, one suggestion I'd give you is to go into the basement, look for signs of patching and concrete cancer, go up in the plant room and the roof, look for any signs of water ingress coming in. You need to get your building and pests to do that too. It's going to add to the costs, but it's worth it, to be honest. Talk to people. When we were down on the Gold Coast looking for places for my mother to downsize into, someone just happened to explain to us all the concrete cancer in the building. And we could see it all. We went under there. So people will talk. Try that. But yeah, it's impossible, everyone. Or another solution, just don't buy the bloody things. I know that's sacrilege here in Australia when property is everything. It's the idol. So buyers purchasing apartments in Sydney will find it almost impossible to discover if their new home has defects due to poor oversight and building culture, a new report has found. Yep. The UNSW, Sydney and University of Technology Sydney study reviewed strata schemes registered between 2008 and 17 and found evidence of defects within 26% of the schemes. I mean, you're always going to get defects. Now, I'll have to go through that study to see if it's actually defects or maintenance issues, but that's how it is. However, this likely understates the size of the problem, with the researchers noting that among strata schemes with more robust documentation, some 51% of projects had defects. The most common defect recorded were water issues. Yep, yeah, it's always water. Water is going to be what destroys our civilization. When humanity has finally given up, and passed on, and you've got all these buildings, water is just going to eat away at it all. So, which the researchers estimated are present in 42% of the schemes with the better reports. Over the past 20 years, there hasn't been a thorough process of collecting information about the quality of buildings and documenting issues with buildings. Lead report author and planning law expert, Dr. Laura Crommelin, said. So it's currently almost impossible for a regular consumer to do proper research about what they're buying. And this is in a system based on the idea of buyer beware. Well, yeah, beware, avoid them. She noted that even the expert team of researchers had difficulty finding which projects had defects and which type, raising questions around ease of access for regular buyers. I know when I work on projects, actually, this is one when, as a student, I was sent up to a hospital in the sunny coast to document and do a measure up. I don't think they knew I was a student. They sent me all by myself. It's crazy. And I had to measure up these parts of a hospital and get the existing condition drawing. So I had to go down into the storage room and just find these old plans. It was just a nightmare. And often you get nothing. You get no documentation, no drawings. You'll prepare, as an architect, you'll prepare a pack of drawings, send it to it, and often they'll get lost, or no one knows where they are. The information can't be found. So, the drive to construct more buildings more quickly has been a huge part of the urban planning orthodoxy for the past 20 years, not just in Sydney, but in all Sydneys where higher density developments, rather than ongoing urban sprawl, is seen as a way of dealing with population growth, she said. But with the pressures for speed and reduced costs, and the trend towards deregulation, high-quality oversight and documentation can be among the first things to fall by the wayside. It comes after a building in Sydney's southwest was nearly evacuated over concerns it could collapse. An engineer described the Canterbury building as possessing serious structural flaws. However, the Public Works Advisory has since said there is no immediate risk to residents. Information available to sellers, but not buyers. The research also found that where information is available, it was often more easy to access for sellers than buyers, and it's specifically residential problem. While the buyers of large commercial buildings are often powerful companies with the power to advocate for their own interests, the buyers in residential buildings are individuals. In the apartment market, you have a very significant power imbalance between the vendors, in this case the developers, and the buyers, who are essentially a fragmented group of individual purchasers, she said. They're not coordinated, so there's a lot more room for them to either be taken advantage of or to make decisions that aren't in their best interests. In 2018 and 19, Opal Towers and Mascot Tower evacuations led to the establishment of the Office of the Building Commissioner. A recent report from the Building Commissioner found that 39% of strata buildings in New South Wales have serious defects. Of those, only 15% have been reported to fair trading. The Building Commissioner is tasked with reforming the building and construction industry. However, Crommelin believes the government still needs to do more. For example, developers should provide buyers with user-friendly building manuals, and the building inspection regime needs to be significantly strengthened. So let's have a talk about this. Okay, here's my suggestions. You need to get Clerk of Works back on sites. That needs to be a marketing point of difference for developers. We should have 3 certifiers appointed to every job, already paid at the beginning of a job so they can't be changed. 1 representing the developer or the builder, 1 representing the interests of the neighbor, and a 3rd to, arbitrate any disputes between them. They need to be randomly selected and put in place right at the beginning. Okay, that needs to be established. Design and construct, I'd suggest we need to no longer use that methodology for procuring buildings that people sleep in. It's just that simple. There's too many issues with it. Or if you do, the builder needs to maintain and ensure its operation for a year or 2, like they do out in the mines or for other projects. We'll have to see. What do you think, everyone? Let me know your suggestions and your solutions to these issues in the comments down below. If you're a fan of the channel and enjoy the content I put together here, there's a few ways you can help out. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.